have a bombshell revealed today. Cue the fire. And this, which I'm going to show you, has not happened in your lifetime unless you're really, really, really old. And as of right now, we have one of the largest, because you guys call it a casino, one of the largest selling in recent history. You guys are all lined up, ready to maybe lose your money because you don't understand charts. You guys have to remember, we are above the 200-day moving average. I trade up. It's a rarity that I trade down, and it's just a quick little scalping move. But be careful, this is the NASDAQ. You see, there's the Bravo 9, that line that goes all the way like that. You're still above it. So all of my swing traders that grabbed that and wrote it up, congratulations, you're still holding on. I mean, you're a little kooky if you did not take profit there and you had a 9 count go off there. Also, breaking news. Don't confuse stock market, which I just showed you, with a recession or with the economy, which we will go into how they are forcing a recession. And you guys over on the other side of the pond, you are actually being forced into a recession. Bank of England told it must force recession. Oh, who's that by? Well, I'll give you a second to think about it. Go ahead, tell me. Who says you have to force a recession? Now remember, who owns the whole world? Oh, you're right if you said the banks. It's the banks and it's all the Karens. I know this because that's her. That is one reason why many think the Bank of England needs to cause a recession to finally win the war against inflation. Among them is Karen. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not the Karen you were thinking. You're like, a Karen at JP Morgan? There, that's more like the Karen we were thinking. But good job, banks, in controlling our fate. I really wanted to lose a job. But the truth is, whether they raise rates or lower rates, it's coming. There's nothing you can do. The entire world, from Germany to Asia to Australia to you name it, we're all going. German recession will be sharper than expected. And why is that? Well, we saw it in the charts. Nothing's coming in, nothing's going out. It's dropping harder than, fill in the joke, dropping harder than a pole dancer with metal implants. How about that? Booty implants. That'll smash you. Look, see the blue line, the recession? See what happened right here, right down here. Here, recession, bad. Oh, we had a recession there. We had a recession right there. What do you think we're in for now? That would be a recession, so batten down the hatches, get rid of the flames. UK national debt breaches 100% of GDP. First time since 1961. Are you older than that? So you have seen this in your lifetime, but you haven't seen this in your lifetime. 32 trillion, and that's 121% U.S. federal debt to GDP. So it looks like you guys on the other side of the pond, you're catching up to us. The only problem with you guys is you don't have to supply the world with dollars. We're stuck, and we stick it to our taxpayers, our citizens. We're like, okay, we got to handle this whole dollar thing, so your taxes go up. Also, I know a lot of you are like, well, when recession? Bravo, you've been saying that. Come on. I'm like, hold on. Geez, Santa's coming. Chill out. Economists who anticipated bank failures. Me too. We're going to have more. I mean, even Jerome says buckle down the hatches. Says U.S. recession may be just around the corner. And I say we might even be in it right now. And how do we know that? Well, that would be because of the banking system right here. You see? Growth in lending. Is there any lending? Drops to, let me zoom in on this for you. That would be 0. I don't care if you are a small bank or I don't care if you are a large bank. Also, you should probably put the banking sector on your radar of companies to short. I'll leave a link in the description. What I do when I come over here, I have a watch list. This is what you guys always see. Here's very common stuff. You're like, talk about the NASDAQ, the dollar, them too, TLT, Bitcoin, the yield. Or how about gold, copper, silver? I have a watch list and I create, look, bank stocks. We have commercial real estate. Meet Kevin stocks. That was a funny one. There was 9 of them until he got his own company. Regional banks. This is a good one. But you just need to know. Do you see all the red? Okay, wow, down 20%. These you have to know how to trade down. Get on that gravy train under the 200. There's probably going to be a whole lot of them. Go down and you wait and you look for your perfect setup. Like on this one, I just random First Bank Corp. Sorry if you're like, oh my gosh, that's my bank. Apologies if I call out your bank or if you own it. But like this, look, oh no, we're under the 200 and you just crossed on the MACD. After you've had a big run on the 9 count, keeps going, right? Under the 200, you roll the Bravo 9, and we just go on and on. Line up the next one. But this one's above the 200, so you trade it differently. So be careful and don't be like all these guys. It's like, oh, we're all going to hell in handbasket. Short bets on U.S. stock hit 1 trillion, most since April 2022. All in now. Like you went all in, up. Why are you guys... What is this going on? Everyone like swing traders? Here is what is going to catch you. If you try to swing down above the 200, you are going to get your little booty tapped, which I showed you on this channel when I took 5 trades on the S&P 500. I got 4 out of 5 right. I shorted on the way down above the 200. I missed one. Be very careful following all of the sheep going, oh, we're all going to short the NASDAQ. You might get spanked. I mean, if you just have your trading rules, which sometimes I violate, and then you take advantage of me. Because you guys do call me out when I go against a rule. And I'm like, shoot. I don't know. Sometimes we just get cocky, right? You go to Vegas and you're like, yeah. And then you're like, my rule is I'm not face down drunk when I'm gambling, which the stock market is not gambling if you know what you're doing. Kind of like if you count cards, it's in your favor, except when they beat you up and throw you outside on the street and then run you over. Also, no matter what news says, I don't care. Oh, their Bitcoin goes to 0. The government's going to come and get all of your Bitcoin. Don't listen to that. Just look at the charts every single time. You have the 200, okay? Also, if this chart looks different, that is because I am working with a company that is putting it all into one, and I will let you know when the time is ready. But it is everything that I use and more. Also, if you want to learn how to do this, link in the description, a gift for you put me over 200,000. So I'm giving all my courses, whichever one you want, $200 until you see my subscriber count growth go to 2001. And then the sale's off. So it could be today. If you want to learn how to do a swing trading in a bull market, look, bull. Well, this is actually crypto. I have a course on that too. I always say you start with swing trading like this, swing up, right? And then close your position. And you just learn how to do swings. And then you can move into charting patterns. The software I'm using turned it all on for me. It said, this is a falling wedge. Everyone was watching Bitcoin in the falling wedge. And I said, put it in. Actually, I did MSTR. That was in my watch list. If you want that, that's $1. So take a look at that for 30 days. Try it out. But I said, put it in right there. And the little red X came on. Let's go. Had the 9 count showing. Now you pinged into the Bravo band. It is time to take profit also. You see, Confluence. It's like all of these things that I use to show me. And this is actually a price target that the software said is right there. It's not measuring from here to here. It's actually right on it. Dead on it. And this, which you guys don't know this, but I took today or yesterday, if it closed, I had a limit sell order, and I made, for most people, they'd say a lot of money. Based on this trade, I get in and I get out. And I'd be dead in the water just looking at bars or lines. I need all of this. Like, this is part of the software. This is the Oracle. Look, right on the line. For some reason, it just really respects that. You see? See? Strong sell, buy. You get it? So even though, if you were to look at the news says really bad things, trade the charts in front of you and understand and have your principles, have them all laid out. This is how you're going to do it. And you keep repeating that. If you repeat it enough times, the digits go up, which would be the same thing for Vegas, but it's on their side, 51-49. You play enough times, you lose all your money, they take all of your money. But here's the news. U.S. curve inversion deepens to 1 percentage point after Powell just yapped his jowls. Which what this is telling you is we are either in a recession, going into a recession, and the stock market will not perform well, which is kind of untrue because you understand how to make money going down and up. And also, there's a big difference between the Qs, the NASDAQ, and the Dow, or the S&P 500 and Bitcoin. Just because one goes up doesn't mean the other one's going to go up. They could be completely opposite. Also frustrates me because people come onto the channel and they're like, oh, it's fire. You say market go down. Which one there, Jennifer? Or you'll see, like, I'll do a Tesla trade and I'm like, I'm shorting Tesla, and I put that in the course. And everyone said, you're an idiot. And I did very well in the course, shorting Tesla on the way down, took profit. I was done. And then, sure, Tesla went back up. Now people are like, ha ha ha, Tesla went up. I already got in and I got out. Because sometimes down, sometimes up. It just depends. Also, in regards to the economy, my macro friends have told me once we get over a certain threshold on jobless claims, all hell is going to break loose. So be ready for bad economy. U.S. jobless claims hold at highest level since 2021. You keep that level. Well, that's the 2-year yield. Sorry, wrong video. About this video here. If you remain at this and it keeps going, do you guys see a trend, right? With claims, it's going to continue to get bad. Like since the beginning of this video, I have said, also, if you could like or subscribe or do something, like what I said, the banks want to hold us underwater and put us into a recession. Well, the banks shouldn't be in charge of that. I'm sorry. I didn't create this. Also, if you're like, well, it's not the banks that are in charge. Okay. Who do you think buys the politicians? Ta-da, the banks. I mean, even in yesterday's video, I was talking about how BlackRock owns everything. They probably own 20% of Apple, 20% of 20% of this, 20% of you. And you should Google search, what does BlackRock own? You'll be scrolling for years. But the banks own the politicians, right? And that is the rabbit hole. And as this one says, BlackRock recruiter claims, no longer a recruiter, senators can be bought for $10,000. You get it? So on this channel, I know it's not breaking news because hopefully you subscribed. On this channel, I try to pull back the curtain of how all of these shenanigans work and how everyone's bought and this, but how you can make money if you understand how the systems work. Or you could just argue and be like, oh, this is terrible and I'm not going to vote for him or I'm not going to vote for her. That really doesn't matter. I mean, it matters. Go vote, but look who's controlling it. Go vote for the next CEO of BlackRock. Now that you can make some changes, which hopefully on this channel, you are making changes in your life. Like you've taken advantage of one of the courses. Maybe you're like, oh, I started selling stuff. Congratulations. Oh, I started trading. Great. To see how your life now gets better when your digits get bigger. Bigger digits means less stress. Trust me, ask anyone with a big digits. But like always, I love you guys. Thank you for coming here, even though you don't have to. And you're welcome that I show up every single day. Work for you every single day, even though I don't have to because I really like you. This is a lot of fun. So I'll see you tomorrow.